Well. We thought we had it all figured out, didn't we? NA is the better region. Low-budget teams won't ever be able to compete. Only tank players play tanks. And the hunters are only dangerous in the Chengdu Zone, right? So wrong. Summer Showdown threw us for a loop in many ways, but one certainty remains. The Shanghai Dragons are the best Overwatch team in the world. Wait, you disagree with that? You. Opinions are unfortunately still loud, and try to explain that in the comments and let us know which hopium of your favorite team you're currently huffing. It better at least be some shade of blue. Anyway. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the most truthful of them all?
We can be 20th or we can be first.
Right.
Yeah.
True. Los Angeles Gladiators once again failed to find their consistency, best illustrated by them beating the Shock in a nail-biter, but losing to the Paris Eternal the next day. However, it wasn't necessarily due to the Gladiators just blundering their 2-0 lead. It was also due to the Eternal finding their stride at halftime, kicking into overdrive.
They look vastly inferior after the first two maps. Something clicks, and they turn into superstars in the space of a 3-minute break, Matt.
Oh, an absolutely unreal comeback.
With all the disadvantages that come with a low-budget team, like less access to top-tier talent, no shared practice facility, and even playing on ping, this hungry bunch of former rejects has refused to give in to their allegedly predetermined position in the standings, and is sitting at an even score of 6-6. Head coach of the Eternal, Get Amazed, put it down to this.
For people like us, like in our team, we mainly like all come from contenders, a lot of us, and we have been like hungry for like years, you know. Like we all like dream about the Overwatch League like for years, and now we are in, and we are not like lazy. We do realize like how lucky we are to be there, and we don't like want to waste our time. So every single match we go, we throw like our everything into it, and whoever is the opponent, good luck to him.
With these results, the Eternal have kept their season playoff hopes alive and well, a feat that some teams have struggled with. Surprisingly among them, the Florida Mayhem. Once Hawaii travelers, the Mayhem are rather unlikely to even make play-in qualification, almost certainly requiring them to win the rest of their regular season matches, or to get to Hawaii once more for Countdown Cup, to grab valuable league points. With a tough strength of schedule, playing the Reign, Uprising, Outlaws and Gladiators, and a hero pool that hits the Mayhem the hardest, it doesn't look like they will be able to qualify. In a move of desperation due to a lack of other choices, the Mayhem put DPS player Checkmate into the main tank role, who expectedly performed bumper-esque. However, they almost caught the Dallas Fuel off guard. Speaking of the Fuel, the team once more managed to qualify for the Final Four of a tournament, as did the Atlanta Reign, leaving teams of the caliber of the Shock, the Gladiators, the Outlaws, and the Justice behind once more, sparking a discussion around those teams not making good on their potential. Instead of criticizing the lacking qualities of those teams, head coach of the Gladiators DePay put it down to the higher level competition that simply made it harder to succeed this season. Criticizing the community reaction to those top teams and explaining in a tweet, Mayhem and Shock are not massively underperforming. The quality of gameplay and competition in NA has just gone up a ton. Only in North America, eh? So we waited for North American domination. And we waited, and waited, and waited some more. Are there? Nope. Still no NA dominance. Well, time to head to the beach then. In earnest, the Eastern region does look top-heavy this year, and the fact that Western teams only managed to secure one map against the Eastern competition in a meta that's likely to be played during the season playoffs adds a certain comical effect to the discussion of regional strength. Showing up with a completely different meta rate around Sombra and Wrecking Ball, the Eastern teams destroyed the Symmetra and Reinhardt-centric rush compositions of the West. Moreover, the Chinese teams have quietly developed outstanding Tracer talent. And in 2021, you can't say Ball and Tracer without stepping into the Chengdu Zone. Can you actually call it that when their heroes are actually meta? Whatever. Rest assured, Ball Sanctuary compositions have been and still are the bread and butter of the Chengdu Hunters. Pepper into that you don't have to play Lucio and can play Veltal on his excellent Brigitte. a more than serviceable Jinmu on all of his picks, including Sombra, a surprisingly stable Late Young, a monstrous Monk, and the arguably best player in the Overwatch League. And you got yourself a team. Wait, who the best player is?
I believe, Leaf is just, he's a talent, he is a genius.
Deadlifting his team on several occasions and amplifying their strength when they're on the same page. Leaf has been the outstanding player of the tournament and has rightfully been injected into the MVP discussion by the English color commentator for the Eastern region, Avril, who wrote, Leaf hasn't just entered the MVP conversation, he should be dominating it. Hey Jinmu, is Leaf the best DPS player in the league?
Yes.
Is Leaf the best tracer in the league?
Yes.
Did you guys dominate the fuel?
Yes.
3-1 and 3-0. The Fuel weren't able to get into the game against Chengdu at all. With the West lacking serious ball talent and experience on Sombra compositions in the amounts that the Eastern region had been used to since the last season, it was all Asia this time around. And we know who the kings of the Eastern region are, right? Get out of the way, they are the Shanghai Dragons.
Forces Void away, and there's mines on the point here. That lets the Hunters get back in control to a degree. Fate goes over the edge. Fled is hacked. Oh no! Not like this, Chengdu, no! The Dragons set up for victory there at the start of the fight. They lose Fate early, but even with a hacked Echo, they push the Hunters away. And man, these aren't the Dragons that want to sit on a hoard of gold. These are the Dragons that want to soar higher than anybody else, and now they do. What a fantastic showing from them here, and what heartbreak for the Hunters.
It's hard to even make out a slight weakness on the Dragons team, with every player arguably sitting at the top 3 position in each respective role. Gradually, both Lip and Fledder have developed phenomenal traces, and especially Lip has looked a league of his own on the Sombra. Fate and Void deliver on every single hero you could throw at them, never to be clearly outmatched even by specialists in their respective roles. GGRecon has gone way beyond his reputation of just a Lucio one-trick, a hero which he's still dominant on, by the way, but has also added a smooth Mercy and a serviceable Brigade to his arsenal. Izayaki is arguably playing his best season, has entrenched himself among the top spots in the highly contested flex support position. Add to that their meta understanding on opponent read. Seriously, how do you cold read that Chengdu would go Orisa Torp and you just play Sim Rush into that on mecha base? Like, what? Mix it all up and you've got yourself a team that has participated in every single final this season, winning 2 of the 3. Backed up by their trophy case, their on-paper strength doesn't just make them the best team in the Overwatch League right now, it also puts them in pole position for the season playoffs, which will return to the Hero Pool-less format, likely to bring us back to the very same meta we just played at Summer Showdown. If anything, the hitscan hero nerfs, which hit for Countdown Cup, play into the Dragons' hands. With that type of expected dominance on the horizon, we have to ask, can someone please catch up to them?